My name is David, and this is the LA Chargers rebuild. The league is called franchises. It's an 8-team rebuild. If you're not aware, this is a new setup to how I'm doing games right now this week. Giving it a try. Want to give you guys a heads up in the video that the game is featured in, and eliminate some of the repetitive commentary. So this is something new. The Chargers are 9-3, tied with the Chiefs. With the tiebreaker, they're in second place, battling for not only the number one overall pick, but the division here. They have a tough road matchup. They're down a couple guys. We'll go over that real quick. Their injury report. They're down JT Woods, their starting free safety, and their starting left outside linebacker, Tui Tupelutu. Lotu. Names can sometimes be an issue, and I think it's not just me. But we'll go over the starting lineup real quick. Justin Herbert got himself up to a superstar X Factor this season not too long ago. Travion Henderson is their star second round pick. Star development, second round pick out of Ohio State. He's our starting running back. He is by far and away the best running back, rookie running back, because none of the other ones are starting right now. They're all kind of buried on depth charts. We got Mike Williams still in that just bloated contract with a 1-year deal. We chose to keep him over some other players. Josh Palmer is their slot man. Quentin Johnston's really having a nice year coming on. They, of course, the rookie from last year, Davis, and they picked up Turpin as a return man. Kate Stovar, another Ohio State guy, is their starting tight end. He's having a great little season. They also got Luke Lachey out of Iowa, and Trey Knox. So they got some really good rookie tight ends for the future. Rashawn Slater. They got, I think, a really good offensive line. Zion Johnson, who's been here. Corey Lindsley, the veteran. Sawyer. And then their first round draft pick, Alu Fashanu out of Penn State. Grover Stewart. They picked up 3 big defensive linemen for their 3-4. Grover Stewart was one of them. Leonard Williams, Michael Pierce. So they got all the big targets in this past free agency. Cam Gill now has to start because Tupelutu is out. Kenneth Murray is not a superstar. A middle linebacker, he went up in development not too long ago. Joey Bosa is still here. Sante Samuel Jr. And then this is probably our biggest issue, is our second and third cornerbacks on down. Of course, JT Woods is missing, so Jonathan Abram has to fill in right now, and Derwin James is Derwin James. And there you go. That is the starting lineup. We'll ignore the sub packages. And as you can see, we're kicking off here in Cleveland. Our Los Angeles Chargers looking to get another win. Need to keep pace with those Chiefs in the AFC West. Need to keep a firm hold of the wild card positioning that they have right now. Let's get it. It's getting late in the year. We need to go on a run to possibly even get the number 1 seed. Yes, that's still on the table here. So thank you for watching.
Doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Winston. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Browns send out their punter now. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Here's Herbert. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. 3rd down here. You look at this Browns defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Palmer with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
Joey Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Herbert on 1st down now. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Here's Herbert.
Open man, it's Palmer.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. On 3rd down, Winston.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Herbert now. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Browns set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Fights off the defender. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. The Chargers hit 9-3 here on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now it's Herbert. His throw complete right side of the tight end Parham. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
That time, a 9-play drive.
And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3rd and short yardage, Winston.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go play action. Winston. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
3rd and long for Winston. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 2. The carry here for the big tight end. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. To the air again, Herbert. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Here now the one-time Brown, Greg Joseph, on against his former team to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Joseph's got it, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Herbert. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. To throw, Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 12-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Martin Emerson. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Following the interception, Winston. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Play action now, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Winston now. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Here's Winston. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Nick Chubb from 3 yards out. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
Winston to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he'll take this forward to the 27. Herbert on 1st down now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Play action, it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Herbert now. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw here, Herbert. This pass caught with the 4. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Cleveland offense making their way out. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Winston.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now 2nd and 3.
They'll throw again. Winston.
That pass complete to Moore.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard
Jameis to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
at the 39-yard line.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
Stopped shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
This 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Oh, he still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. First down, Winston. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Winston. He's got Njoku over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Herbert following the turnover. He'll find Williams on the slant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Jameis now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Winston now to throw on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A first down throw for Winston. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. From the gun, Winston. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 110 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That's Ronnie Hickman who is there for the tackle.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And there you go. Big win for our Los Angeles Chargers. Getting it done in Cleveland. Beating down a very good defense and a very good team. Even though they're without Deshaun Watson, playing very well with Jameis Winston. But we get it done. They're still in contention for the AFC West Division lead. They're still in contention for the best record in football, and definitely looking to lock up that seed of the wild card at the very least. So thank you for watching. Please tell me what you thought of this game. What do you think of the Chargers going forward? Are they the best team we're rebuilding? Are they even the best team in the NFL in 2024? As you see right here, I love their playbook and I love the weapons. They're really coming on. So thank you again, and we'll see you next time. I'll link the next game in the top pinned comment.